Hey guys, Nishquick here, and today I want to talk about Xenosaga, specifically the harsh, unfortunate truths and realities, and everything that really worries me about the rumored Xenosaga HD Remasters and remakes, or whatever they're going to be. So why am I so nervous, and what is this harsh truth that I speak of surrounding Xenosaga? Well, let's talk about it. But before we get started, if you enjoy all things Nintendo, JRPGs, Xenoblade, Xenogears, Xenosaga, Xenoseries, Xenometa series, anything like that, give this video a like and subscribe for more content like this. It'll really help me out and it'll help you out too. You get more videos like this, more videos about one of the greatest JRPG series of all time. Anyways, let's get started. Let's talk about this. Why am I so worried, and what is this harsh truth? Well, here is the harsh truth, and the harsh truth is what worries me. The harsh truth is that Xenosaga HD, if this thing happens, if this thing is real, if this thing is coming out soon, Monolith Soft's involvement on this is not going to be really there. I don't think they're really going to be involved in this. If Nintendo and Monolith Soft aren't involved, who is spearheading this restoration of the Xenosaga trilogy? Well, that is Bandai Namco. Well, Bandai Namco has always had the rights and has always owned the IP of Xenosaga, so nothing like that is really going to change. But yeah, of course, Monolith Soft is not going to be spearheading this. Bandai Namco would probably do this, but what is the big problem with Bandai Namco doing this? What is the whole issue with any of this? Well, here's the thing. Bandai Namco has already done something very similar to what they could be doing with Xenosaga. In 2023, in August, if you guys didn't know this, and I don't blame you guys for not knowing this, Bandai Namco released compilation of Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD and put it on the Nintendo Switch. Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings and Baten Kaitos Origins. The Baten Kaitos games, just like Xenosaga, are a classic Monolith Soft RPGs that were developed and released around the same time as Xenosaga, but not on the PS2, but on the GameCube. They're highly revered, very critically acclaimed, though just not very popular. Very similar to Xenosaga in that way. But just be honest with me right now, how many of you outside of the Xenoblade community, outside of the JRPG community, outside the dedicated gaming and Nintendo community, how many of you guys knew that Baten Kaitos 1+2 HD was coming out? Well, if you didn't know that Baten Kaitos HD was happening, I honestly don't blame you, and the reason why is because Bandai Namco did not market this game at all. They had it in one Nintendo Direct, had like 1 or 2 interviews about it, just hardly any press, hardly any news, hardly any marketing whatsoever. It's just like they sent this game out to just die, unfortunately. And you see this a lot with a lot of companies like Square Enix. They put out like JRPG after JRPG after JRPG in the years of 2021 and 2022, and they hardly marketed any of them. All they did was market Forspoken. All they did was advertise that game instead of games like Neo The World Ends With You, and you saw that again with Bandai Namco and Baten Kaitos. And so many of my friends have said Baten Kaitos is so good and it is deserving of this praise and of this attention that Bandai Namco did not give it. And you might be asking, hey Nishquick, what's your take on the game? Did you play it? Well, here's the thing. I've not played it yet, but it is on my Nintendo Switch eShop wishlist. I will get it eventually. I just have, as you guys might have seen in my previous video, I have a massive backlog of games and I just can't afford to buy a new $50 game right now. But as a Xenoblade fan, I'm very hyped for it. But I want to give you guys a little refresher on what Xenosaga is before I continue a little further. Xenosaga is kind of like a kind of space epic, and it is the second Xeno series of games. You see, Tetsuya Takahashi first created Xenogears, he envisioned that to be a 6-part long epic, but he only was able to really condense everything into Xenogears. Xenosaga as well was supposed to be a 6-part long epic, but he was only able to make 3 games in the Xenosaga trilogy because of developmental constraints, because of budget, because of lack of sales, and because of just unfortunately low morale on the dev team. And just like Xenogears and just like the Xenoblade games following it, Xenosaga implements a lot of the thematic, philosophical, religious, and just epic storytelling elements that Tetsuya Takahashi, Monolith Soft, and the Xeno series is known for. So, of course we'd want this back, for many reasons. Well, Xenosaga is of course the story of Shion Azuki, Cosmos, and the monolithic company, Vector. You guys remember Vector? Well, Vector might be fresh in a lot of people's minds, especially the Xenosaga fans, because in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed, spoilers for that game by the way, in a certain cutscene depicting Klaus's world before the massive experiment that created the worlds of Xenoblade 1 and 2, we see a Vector logo, somewhat canonizing Xenosaga into the Xenoblade games universe. We also get mention of one of the characters from Xenosaga 3, which is Dmitry Yuriev. And not only that, but the very final post-credit scene of Future Redeemed is heavily implied to be Cosmos coming back down to Earth at the end of Xenosaga 3. So, what's the logical next step? Xenosaga HD Remasters. But anyways, back to the whole topic of Xenosaga, why I made this video in the first place. My biggest worry is with Monolith Soft most likely not being involved in this, with Bandai Namco most likely spearheading this Xenosaga HD Remaster train. I just really hope that they take the time to really market this game. I really hope Bandai Namco really understands that Xenoblade and the Xeno series has reached such a height, and I really hope they kind of capitalize on that so a lot of newer players get to experience the story of Shion Azuki and Cosmos and so many other cool characters that I am very excited to experience and very excited to learn more about. And, well, you might ask, well, why don't you think Monolith Soft or Nintendo is going to be involved at all in any of this? So many people are very optimistic about this, especially after what we saw in Future Redeemed. Like, we're getting Xenosaga references in a Xenoblade Nintendo published game, and I think Bamco is in the credits somewhere for Future Redeemed. I can't really remember exactly where and exactly how. Some other YouTubers and other content creators have described that a lot better, but my thing is, even though a lot of that has happened, I find it a real stretch for Nintendo to kind of go out of their way to work with Bandai Namco on an IP that they don't fully own. It would have to be a very miraculous kind of partnership for Bandai Namco to be like, hey, Takahashi, Monolith Soft, let's work together to make this happen. It's a very long shot kind of pie in the sky dream. If it happens, then well and good, but I think the best case scenario for anything Monolith Soft involvement would be Xenosaga HD happening, and the one person who is kind of like a supervisor on this re-release remaster would be Takahashi himself, the brainchild of Xenosaga and of all of these characters and of the entire story. So in my opinion, I highly doubt Nintendo or Monolith Soft would be involved in a Xenosaga project. On top of that, I'm very fearful that Bamco is not going to really sell this and market it in the way that they should. Like, just look at Baten Kaitos, that's a very perfect example. And on top of that, Bamco themselves have said that they don't see a real market and a real demand for Xenosaga. So imagine them putting all this effort and just not marketing it, and what does that tell them? So many worries that I have, but what is my ultimate wish? My ultimate wish is a good port of the game, a very high quality, consistent port with maybe some additions, some quality of life improvements, just a good quality port. It doesn't have to be a remake, but just a nice, good quality HD remaster port. I really want good promotion and marketing from Bandai Namco as well, and the cherry on top, the pie in the sky dream, would be some involvement from Tetsuya Takahashi himself. Because with Takahashi cooking all this stuff in Future Redeemed and adding so many blatant references to Xenosaga, the Vector logo on the radio, Dmitry Yuryev's name, what is most likely Cosmos coming back down into Earth after the end of Xenosaga 3, this has led a lot of Xenoblade fans to predict and speculate that maybe, just maybe, Xenoblade Chronicles 4, or whatever Xenoblade 4 is, a lot of us are thinking that the next Xenoblade game will have some references to Xenosaga, or maybe continue the story of Xenosaga 4. A lot of people are saying Xenoblade 4 will be Xenosaga 4, but it won't be exactly blatantly like that. You see, like I said earlier before, Xenosaga was supposed to have 3 more games, but imagine Xenoblade 4, or whatever it's going to be called, is its own thing, but some elements from Xenoblade 4 are influenced by elements of what Xenosaga 4 could have been. Well, me personally, having not played any of the Xenosaga games, I can't really explain that much to you at all, but there is a video down in the description below by a fellow Xenoblade fan and YouTuber, Paragon of Torna, who describes this a lot better than I can. And he basically says how Xenosaga 4's potential future story, which never came to be, could possibly be potentially incorporated and blended into whatever Xenoblade 4 is and whatever it turns into. But here's my idea of this. Xenoblade will continue. I think they will keep the name Xenoblade, but that subtitle will change. It won't be Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles is the Klaus Saga. I think that subtitle will, 1, be universal amongst all regions, since Japan didn't have the Chronicles as a subtitle. I think it'll be Xenoblade blank. I think, as silly as this may sound, I think the subtitle is going to be Saga. So yeah, Xenoblade Saga. I think that's what it's going to be called. I think it's going to be a little confusing, but I think if it's going to incorporate elements from the Xenosaga games, if Xenosaga is going to be remastered, remade, brought back to modern audiences, I think it'll make a lot more sense if the future of Xenoblade is called Xenoblade Saga. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited for Xenosaga? Have you played the Xenosaga games? Are you worried that Bandai Namco is going to screw this up if they are the ones in charge of this HD remaster remake treatment? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. This is Nishquick signing off. Have a great day. Go play some great games today, like a Xeno game. There's all 3 of the Xenoblade games on the Switch, so play those while you wait for a potential possible Xenosaga HD remaster remake. I'll see you guys in the next one later. Hey guys, this is Nishquick. Thank you so much for watching that video, and if you enjoyed it, check out these 2 videos on the left, and if you aren't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button on the way out? I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and see you later.